Hi, Murray.
Hi, Tasha.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 5 wrap of your eGrad school module, presenting your research. Can't believe it's been 5 weeks.
Final week.
Last week. So Murray and I are here to talk to you about what happened this week, but also to give you an overview of the highlights from the whole 5 weeks. So how about we start then, Murray, with week 5. We've had some really interesting discussions happening, and I thought it'd be great for you to take the opportunity to do some critiquing of them.
Oh, maybe I'll do it in a lot less detail than I did last week. But yeah, there have been some great posts there. I was about to make a comment on lighting. Everyone has great lighting, and then I see my own video has gone overly bright. How can we adjust that? Here's some techniques on the run. Put more white stuff in screen in order to adjust the lighting. No, it didn't work. Anyway, I'll move on. Technical aspects was the issue this week. So I think generally the framing of the videos that are in the discussion forum are really good. I think that's one of the highlights. As is the lighting. The lighting is actually really good because it's quite a difficult thing to achieve. One of the problems is these automatic adjustment that Zoom is making. So we had the lighting all queued up, and now it's like washed it out. It might be different when you see it on your screen. I'm not sure from what we're seeing. Also love the confident presentation to camera. Maybe these were the aspects that were learnt in the first couple of weeks, but everyone's coming across really confidently in presenting to the camera itself. So yeah, you will recall that the topic this week was just to give a very brief overview of your methodology. And we chose that because it can be quite a difficult and complex aspect of your research to explain. So we chose that intentionally so that you'd be forced to try and find simpler ways of discussing it.
Yeah, great.
What about in general, Tasha? Given that this is the final week, do you have any highlights of the discussions overall that you've noticed?
I guess something that has impressed me is the way all of you are interacting with each other. I really enjoyed watching your positive and encouraging comments to each other. So I think that's been really great. And we always talk about having this community of practice with students, and you're really demonstrating that. So well done, guys. And it really, makes you understand you are doing this journey with a cohort of students. And so I really have enjoyed that. I also have to say, I'm glad when I hear comments from you saying, wow, this is the first time I've, recorded myself or done a video, and I really enjoyed the experience. Someone had her husband holding the camera and getting ready. And I think I'm really glad that this module has, almost forced you to try to create a video and put yourself in a position and preparing yourself. How about you, Murray? Do you have any highlights?
Yeah, well, I'd reinforce that one, that it can be quite brave to put yourself out there in this format, in this video format. And it's been great to see everyone participate so wholeheartedly in the videos that we've asked you to put up.
100%.
Another thing I've noticed that I'd like to compliment you on is a few people have actually gone beyond the brief. I can think of a couple of instances just in this week's forum. JJ, for example, did an experiment where he superimposed his image over a background, which was really, I think it was actually really well done in that it was kind of like it was about the same size as I am, which means that you do obscure part of the screen, but he seemed to have arranged what he had on the screen in a way that it didn't obscure anything. So I could see that it was really mindful of that. It
was really engaging, yeah.
And Katie had a great one too. Hers was a TikTok, something that we hadn't asked for, but had encouraged you to think of other ideas. So yeah, really pleased with people that went beyond what they were asked for.
Yeah, bravo, Katie. I enjoyed that so much. And it actually did put me in your shoes as the researcher, and to see how you have to consider all of those elements outside and in the lab. So yeah, well done. It was great.
Actually, I thought of something that I meant to bring up just a second ago about this week's, in that I think one thing to remember, most of you did it well, but there were a couple of instances where you need to remember to continue to look at the camera, which is that little kind of circle there at the top of your phone or of your screen, because generally we have a tendency to want to look at the screen and look at our own images, or if there's other people in the Zoom session, to look at we're just trying to look at faces. It's very difficult to remember to look at that little circle of a lens.
Why don't you tell everyone your trick, Murray? What have you done for us today?
Oh, well, I've shrunk our images and forced them up just beside the camera itself. So even though Dasha and I are kind of likely to be looking at ourselves, it's so close to the camera that you probably don't even notice. I think when you're closer, when you're closer to the camera, it's and so now I'm not looking at the lens, and you can probably tell it probably looks like I'm looking, too far down rather than at you. And so just remember to look right there in the camera, look down the barrel, and you see what happened there, that it fixed the lighting, going in like that.
Well
so yeah, that was another little trick for you. But the white screen didn't work, but moving forward did. Yeah, so
I think, was it me? Do I ask you the question, the last one, or have you finished with that?
I finished with that.
Okay. So I thought for the end of the 5 weeks, there might be some final words of wisdom, some final encouragement for you as you embark on these presentations. Murray, what advice would you like to give everyone?
Well, my hope is that through some of the activities in this module, that you might be able to plan your presentations in a more thorough way, and that hopefully that will take some of the tension out of the actual performing. If you can put more time into your preparation, then I think it's going to make the actual presentation more enjoyable for you. So I'm hoping that is one thing that everyone is able to take away from this.
Yeah, great. So I guess mine is, well, might be a little bit of a layer to mine, but it's just to remind you that as researchers, you are building your expertise, and ultimately you will become the expert in your field, and you need to have confidence in that knowledge when you do present. And so along with preparation and all of the information that you've acquired as you're leading up to your presentations and the end of your milestones, enjoy it. Really enjoy disseminating your knowledge to your audience. Show off. And I guess I'll end by saying you should breathe before. Breathe, be human, be authentic, just like Murray and I are being now. Be authentic with your audience. Your audience does want you to succeed. I think that was part of the module as well. So breathe, be human, and enjoy your presentation.
Okay.
Great. So this is the end. And as we talked about having those strong openings and strong closings, Murray, shall we finish with a strong closing?
Strong closing to the whole module. Well, thank you for your company. We've really enjoyed your wholehearted participation in the discussion forums. We look forward to potential interactions with you in other modules that we have through the eGrad school. And bye for now.
Warm smile.
No.